Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you a really exciting video because this is one of the first hair videos I've done in quite a while, and it is a prom hairstyle. It is super easy and I think would look super cute on anyone who has kind of medium to thick hair that is pretty long, and also it's super special because I have one of my best friends, Skylar, in it. She's this gorgeous girl that you're seeing right here. So anyways, you're gonna see us joking and laughing and like having a good time and everything, but yeah, I'm going to get right into the hair. So first thing I did was part her hair, and she was taking pictures because she thought it was really cool, my little setup. And then I'm just going to start by curling it since it is more of a curled updo. If you wanted to leave your hair straight, you totally could. It's up to you, but I really like how kind of the loose waves look. I think it's really soft and kind of romantic. I just think it's nice for prom. So I'm just wrapping her hair around a 2-inch curling wand. This is my Bedhead by TG Curly Pops. I use it all the time, but I will, as always, have it listed down below. So I'm just doing her hair in kind of how I see fit. I like these loose, a little bit looser waves. So I did the exact same kind of curls that I did in one of my very first videos, which was how I showed you how I did my everyday curls. So I'll have that linked below as well if you want to refer to that. But yeah, I'm just going around her whole head. Like I said, I did it in sections because she has quite a bit of hair. So you will see that once I start sectioning it off. And I kind of kept them a little bit looser on the bottom, but then when I got to the top layers, I tried to make them a little bit tighter so that once I pulled it all into the braid and everything, it fell really nicely. So that's kind of a tip I have for you to do that. But if you wanted to keep them pretty loose throughout, you could obviously do that as well.
That's not my frame of mind. That's not my
So next thing I'm going to do is spray her hair down with a little bit of dry shampoo just because I need to give it a little bit of texture and volume for this next part. I'm just going to be making a super duper deep side part. You're going to see this is going to go all the way from her ear. I'm pulling all the hair over, and I'm also going to section off this first layer of hair. I kind of took, as you can see, like the crown of her hair back and just pulled it away with a hairband so that I didn't get any of that in the next braid. As you can see, yep, got my hairband there. And then I'm just going to be using all the front half of her hair. And then, like I said, I made that super deep part, and now I'm just going to be making a French braid that starts directly right above her ear and is going to lay right on the top of her head. So I'm going to keep this as close to her hairline as possible, as you'll see here. And it's going to extend all the way down to the other side of her face, like near her other ear. This might take a little bit of practice, especially if you're doing it on yourself. This is totally doable on yourself, but if you're doing it on someone else, you may need a little bit of practice with this because it can be kind of hard, especially when you're first starting. But like I said, just try to keep it as close to the hairline as possible so that it shows up a little bit better in pictures, and I think it just frames your face really, really nicely. So I'm just doing a regular French braid. I will have, again, a tutorial linked down below about how to French braid if you aren't sure how to do that. But you could do this with a Dutch braid, you could do this with a 5-strand braid, like really whatever, a fishtail, whatever you would like to do if you want to change it up a little bit. This is just my personal favorite. And then once I kind of didn't have any more hair to incorporate, I just braided it all the way down because you're going to see that it needs to kind of go back so it can go into the ponytail. So I just braided it all the way down and then secured it with a hairband until the next step.
got a way to get back, but I'm going insane.
Alright, so next I'm moving on to the back. So I let that hair down, and I'm just again spraying it with a little bit of dry shampoo to give it some volume and some texture because we are going to be teasing this hair to the heavens. I personally love this hairstyle with a super teased back, but you could slick it back, you can do whatever you want to this part. This is just what I really, really like to get in there with my brush and tease. This would be a little bit easier with the teasing comb, but I just had that brush with me today. I didn't have my teasing comb, so I kind of made it work though. I think that it's totally doable if you just have a regular hairbrush. That is totally alright. But like I said, I'm just sectioning off into layers and teasing it so that we have a little bit of volume back in the ponytail.
My words were stolen on a plane.
So after I did that, now I'm just going to be positioning the hair how I want it in the low ponytail. I kind of kept the ponytail centered about the nape of her neck. You could do it a little bit to the side if you wanted it to fall over your shoulder a little bit nicer, but she kind of wanted it back, so I just centered it by the nape of her neck. And I kind of pulled on the tops of it a little bit to really make sure that it had the volume, that it kept the volume that I liked, because once you kind of put it with a hairband, it can tend to lose some of its volume. So make sure you kind of play with that and shape that how you like, and make sure the braid goes into it nicely and everything like that. Just really, really place this how you'd like it. And then to add just a little bit extra, since I wanted to cover up that hairband, I took a really small piece of hair from the bottom and then I just wrapped it around the hairband and pinned it. I think you've probably seen me do this before. It's just a really, really simple way to add a lot of like interest into the hairstyle, and I think make it a little bit more suitable for prom and fancier occasions like that. Next, I thought that she would look nice with some hairs framing her face, since the hairstyle is kind of pulled back. I thought especially for pictures and stuff, it's always a little bit more flattering to have hairs that can frame your face and give you some shapes. I just pulled some fairly long pieces, and then I'm using the very, very bottom of this tapered curling wand by Remington because I wanted them to be really tight curls. I just curled them, and one of them actually ended up being a little bit longer, the one that is on her left, but it looks like the right when you're looking at it right now. But we actually kind of liked how that looked. I think it gave it kind of an asymmetrical, kind of like an interesting look to it. So we just did that, and that is the final thing. That's the final step. So this is the completed hairstyle. I have some pictures here. She really, really liked it, and I think it looked amazing on her, especially with her light hair. The braid really, really popped. I think this would totally be suitable for homecoming, or like I said, this is a prom hairstyle, because I think that if you had a little bit of a simpler dress and you're going for a simpler look, that this would be a beautiful way to wear your hair down, especially like I said, if you have long hair and everything like that. So yeah, anyways, I hope that y'all enjoyed this prom hairstyle. So anyways, that is all I have to share with y'all today. Remember that you're beautiful because you're made in God's image, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Mwah. Bye.